microphone into here. Alright, let's attempt this. Whoops. Let me share this out. Okay. We're doing a nighttime live stream. Let's share this out. Hello, whoever's watching. Hit that like button. Hello, guys. I'm watching the chat as well. And I'm going to share this out. Hey! Zen Incense Shop, how's it going? Just tweeting this out. Well, helps if I can spell. Hello. All right, I just tweeted it out. All right, hi guys. I am doing a nighttime stream. I haven't done that in forever. Today was probably one of the longest days that I've had because I had to work both jobs today, and be a mom and do the routine. But I came home and I was reading some of the news that has been going on in regards to this whole Gabby Petito story. So I thought, why not talk about it? It's very open, it's very real. Hi, Thomas! And it's quite a chilling story. And I figured I'd do it here on YouTube because, honestly, I'm not getting the response on DLive that I want. And there's a couple people on DLive that already talk about kind of like murder mysteries and stuff like that. So, for any of you guys that are not familiar with Gabby Petito's story, she went on a cross-country tour with her boyfriend Brian, and they came from Florida and went all over the place. They converted like their van into like a camper style van, and there was an incident while on vacation. So they left on July 16th. That's how it started. And then they have been gone this entire time, traveling all over the place. I think Gabby's 22. I don't know how old Brian is. He must be around the same age. They started dating by working together at the same grocery store. That's how they met. And they've been together well over a year now. But it's probably been almost 2 years now they've been together. And she decided to quit her job. I think he quit his job, and they decided to go on this cross-country tour to travel all over the place. And at some point during the journey on August 12th, they got in an altercation that was involving police, where they got into an argument, and a bystander who happened to be witnessing the fight decided to call police, and they were pulled over where they were and had to talk about what was going on. So that was the first indication that they were having issues on their cross-country tour. And then all of a sudden, August 24th was the last time she had spoken to her family. She had spoken to anyone. They were last seen in a hotel, and Brian came home to Florida by himself and is not cooperating with police. Absolutely insane. So she is missing. He's pled the fifth. He is not cooperating. He hired a lawyer. He's staying with his family. The camper van has been taken into custody, and they were doing some searches of the van to, I don't know, find evidence or maybe see if there was anything on there. And Yeah, there's no word from her. People are looking for her. The police are doing news conferences. The family is pleading with their family because they were engaged to be married. So it makes no sense that the boyfriend is not cooperating with police. Hey Tina, how's it going? So this poor Gabby Petito, and I mean, I'm not saying, she's innocent. Maybe they fought. Maybe they had some sort of altercation. But ultimately, the last person who saw her was the fiance. And just the fact that he's not cooperating with police just mind boggles me. And the family. Like, the poor family is not getting answers on the whole situation. The fact that he can plead the fifth, like, I don't understand how that is something that can even be done. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Um, so yeah, that is one thing that I came across tonight and thought, you know what? I kind of wanted to like go live, see if you guys have heard about the story. How's Tina? We're talking about the Gabby Petito story. I don't know if you've heard about it or not. It is spreading, across the globe, because they're trying to find her. So, J Dog, how's it going? How are you guys doing tonight? I should probably share this out. I don't know who else is all here. I'll share it to a few other people. I don't know who else. There we go. There, I'm just kind of sharing it out. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Hey, Neat Germ, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I hope you are well. I'm just sharing this out. If you guys haven't tweeted it out, tweet it out. I just did. You guys can retweet my tweet as well. There's Angel. Alright, I'm just sharing it out to a bunch of places. So, I hope I shared it everywhere. Yeah, so what a crazy, crazy story. So yeah, I thought I would go live. That's awesome. Oh my god, Herman. I've been pretty good, thank you. Today was a long day. I did work a double shift today. I had to go to work all day, then come home, get my son from school, and then go back to work. I had an hour nap in between. And yeah, we just got home like 8 o'clock or whatever. And hey, Revy! How's everybody doing tonight? We're talking about the Gabby Petito story for anybody that hasn't heard what's going on. Hey, Grace. Thomas is here. I hope you guys are having a great night. I haven't done a evening YouTube stream in a hot minute. I've been doing a lot of afternoon streams. So I thought I would cater to some of the people that maybe are on at night and have been watching these news stories that are circulating about Gabby. It's just absolutely gut-wrenching, and I've been following it as well. It's circulating around Canada. We're getting all the like news footage about it on our like live feeds for like Facebook news and all that kind of stuff. And what a story. And like the family is basically pleading with his family to get him to talk. The fact that you can plead the fifth in the first place is just insane. We can't do that here in Canada. So, like, you don't have that option. You have to talk. So, I know I have a feeling she's either been left, maybe she was alive when he left her, but I just have a funny feeling being left in the desert or left wherever, she's not going to be alive when found. Good night, Send Incense. Thank you for popping in. It was nice to see you. I'm glad to see you come in. Watching, hopefully you're not in too much pain with your spine. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously always in pain, but it's just, I'm obviously building a pain tolerance for the amount of pain I'm in, and I just kind of roll with it. But thank you for caring, and thank you for coming in and saying hello. Yes, the body cam footage of their like fight was absolutely just, it just goes to show that obviously there's a lot to that relationship that the family was not aware of and things like that. yeah, like, why wouldn't you tell the family? Give the family what they want. Let them know where their daughter is. Like, did you leave her? Did you do something? If you're not willing to say what you did, at least tell them whether you left her alive or you left her dead. Like, just tell them where she is. The poor family, like, it's absolutely insane. Me as a mother, and you don't even have to be a mother to want to know where your, like, family members are. Just having that want and need to know where somebody you care about is missing. Like, you should be able to find out where they are. Right, he is hiding something. Plus the text, and when he got to Florida, it doesn't add up. Why would you come back to Florida by yourself in the van that you guys were living in? And they were at a hotel on August 24th. So they stayed at a hotel just before he left. So did he stay in the hotel with her and then they fought? Is there footage of them at that hotel before they left to go to Wyoming? Like, where, there's just something not adding up in that story. And he's clearly guilty. Why would you lawyer up? Why would you plead the fifth? You're obviously hiding something. The fact that there's no way around that right now just blows my mind. So what I'm thinking that they're probably going to have to do is get enough evidence to show that, he is the suspect. So right now he's just the person of interest. They're going to have to build the case against him as to how he's the suspect. And if he still won't talk, they'll hopefully charge him with murder or charge him with the disappearance of, or what have you. So I'm assuming that if nothing comes out and they don't find him, or find her, sorry, they're going to have to charge him. Doesn't know much about his family. Are they super rich? From what I understand, that information hasn't been given. I don't even know if they've hired a good lawyer per se. Basically, the lawyer is doing the communication with the police department, and that's who's dealing with it. So she would have had some way to find someone. Right. So if she was alive, but it depends where she maybe was left. Like, let's say she's in the middle of the desert somewhere and, you know what I mean? Like, was left without her phone. Why wouldn't he leave her with a phone? Like, let's just leave her with a phone and let them separate. That's what you would think would happen. Unless the phone is dead. Maybe she did have it with her. Maybe he disposed of it. It just blows my mind, and I was screaming at my computer monitor as I was reading more and seeing the updates from the family. Tomorrow, there is going to be a police conference about the whole situation. So whether or not they have maybe collected some information from the camper van, or maybe they're getting some information from the lawyer, I really don't know. But they're planning on doing a news conference tomorrow with more updates. So the fact that they do have this tip line does give everybody some insight to if they maybe saw them. So the fact that they're going to check surveillance of gas stations, they're going to check surveillance of restaurants, the hotel, anywhere around that area that they could have been. And then they have the tip line. So I think the tip line is going to bring in people that are watching this story worldwide like we are, that maybe did see or come around them at some point, can maybe say they saw the vehicle. I checked out her Instagram. I checked out his Instagram. I checked out their YouTube channel. There's only one video on the whole YouTube channel. They have like 16.5 thousand followers and over 1 million views on that video now that it's circulated that her person is missing. So it's insane that she only got the opportunity to upload the one video. Now, they were fighting about money according to the footage from their fight and what she explained. And obviously, if they both quit their jobs to travel, where are they going to get money from? Like, how much money did they plan to save to do this? Did they have enough funds? Did they have enough means to, keep going? They were getting on each other's nerves. They were fighting. Now, they've been together over a year. So prior to this trip, they had already been together a year. So did things circulate in the relationship prior to this travel? Those are questions that I'm wondering, like, what would have made her want to go with him if they had problems before? It sounds like she had some mental health issues. So, is she on medication? She did attack him. He attacked her. They had a physical altercation. There's so many questions and not enough answers on this entire case. It's just mind-boggling to me. And just as a mother and as a daughter, like, I talk to my mother every single day. And if I don't talk to my mother on the phone physically, we're messaging each other or we're like texting or what have you. So we're always in communication. So if there's a time where we're not communicating, my mom would definitely go apeshit looking for me, wondering why I'm not responding. Like, she would call 30 times if I don't answer. So I can't imagine to have all this communication with their daughter with videos and footage and pictures and then just cut off like nothing. So to me, that makes me think something happened that he has done, the fiance, to end that communication. Because if they were fighting or something was happening, why didn't she reach out to her family and be like, hey, like, this isn't going to work out. We're heading home, like something. He doesn't just drive like 90 home and then just not talk to anyone. So, I don't know. I have a really bad vibe about the whole thing. I do feel like she is gone. I don't feel she's alive. That's just the negative vibe that I'm reading from this situation. I do get like positive, negative, or nothing vibes about it, and this whole situation just reads negative vibes. Like, there's no way there's going to be a good ending to this at all. And I think the fact that he went right to get a lawyer and right to pleading the fifth just goes to show he's obviously done something. Even if it was an accidental, maybe he hit her. Maybe they got into another physical altercation. Maybe he hit her too hard. Who knows? But to not give that family that closure that they deserve, it's just absolutely gut-wrenching. So, I don't know if any of you guys get a negative vibe. I mean, the story itself just screams red flags, and it just, honestly, I feel so bad for the family. I wish that they could get the closure that they need. I hope they can find her body, perhaps. I just honestly don't see this ending the way that they're going to want it to. And I think he already, like, I mean, she was missing 10 days before she was reported missing. So just in that 10 days, there's obviously a way she could communicate to somebody if she was still alive. I just don't think that there's a life, from this. Such an unfortunate situation. I wrote Uber Goober and sent her links to everything that I found, because she does these kind of topics on D Live. So I thought I would send her some of the links to, if she's looking for some of the stuff that I found. Maybe she obviously, the last story she was talking about was Stacy Peterson. So I know she's talking about some of the older cases, but I thought I would send her links to my findings and stuff like that for this one. So if she decides she wants to talk about it, I just gave her some of the insight. But it's just really freaking sad. Like, I honestly had not heard of it until earlier today. So blown away, just blown away by this whole story. And it was eating away at me that I'm just like, I gotta go live. Like, I literally was sitting here contemplating my thoughts on, like, how this could go down and how this could be revealed. Because, like I said, here in Canada, we can't plead the fifth. Like, that's not an option here. You don't plead the fifth. So I just don't understand, how to go around that whole carousel. You know what I'm saying? But how is all of you guys doing today? I see we have 11 people in here, 10 thumbs ups. Some of you guys have heard of it. Maybe some of you guys have not heard about it. It is just so sad. It's such a sad thing. She's such a beautiful girl. She has her whole life ahead of her. She's so young. And, this is supposed to be the person she was going to be marrying. So, just a overall sad situation. And I can't imagine what is going to be next to come. So, I'm hoping that they get some answers really, really soon. And if not, I hope the lawyer cooperates, or I hope that the family decides to answer to the pleas of the other family. So basically now Gabby's family is pleading to Brian's family to be like, hey, like, we want answers. You're a parent. You would want answers. You were going to be welcoming our daughter into your family. They were getting married. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is the outcome? Do you guys think they'll find her? Do you guys think that, there are similar laws regarding self-incriminating statements in Canada as well. But I don't think, Naven, that you can plead the fifth. Oh, there we go. There's my comments. Jesus. Sorry, guys. Looks like the comments stopped showing up. He has no legal obligation to talk to police. That's how the law works. Yeah, that's crazy. It was her fault he was speeding. It was her fault he hit the thing. Yeah, I know if it was someone I was going to marry, I would have said something. I'm going to double check, but I don't believe, like, it's not like, I don't think you can plead the fifth. Can you plead the fifth in Canada law? I don't think you can. No, the Fifth Amendment is only in the United States. Okay, so there is no Fifth Amendment in Canada, but the provisions therein have been addressed in different ways that fit in the Canadian system. Grand juries used to be part of the Canadian law but declined and were abolished. Double jeopardy is covered in Section 11H of the Canadian Charter of Rights. So they have double jeopardy, but that they don't have the Fifth Amendment. You have the right to remain silent. Hey, Stephanie! Bobby, how's it going? Yeah, not in Canada. We don't have that. We're talking about Gabby Petito. Yeah, that area is really mountainous. Yeah, I hope she's found alive too, but I do have a bad feeling. Yeah, we don't have a minute, but I wanted to see what they classify as, like, similar. You can't plead the fifth because that's referring to our... Yeah, of course. Bobby, I wasn't asking for your attitude, to be honest. I don't even know who you are. And I was responding to someone who said that we have that in Canada when we don't. So that's why I looked it up to explain it. Hey, how's Stacy doing tonight? Can someone tell me who she is? She is a 22-year-old female who is missing and possibly, in my mind, presumed dead. Because she's been missing well over 10 days now. She was missing for 10 days before her family reported her missing. But she went on a cross-country tour with her fiance, and he came home without her. They were fighting. There's actually footage of them fighting. Police were called, and he's returned home to Florida without her in their camper van. Unless they find physical or circumstantial evidence, the best thing they can do now is give Brian an immunity protection for first or second. Yeah, so they're gonna hopefully convert this from person of interest to suspect, and possibly he'll have to go. He'll obviously go to jail. I was thinking dead too. Hopefully there's a chance she's alive. Agreed, Zoops. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see we have 18 people in here. Hey, Justin. How's it going? We're just having a little chat and discussion about the Gabby Petito story. I just was wanting to talk about it and see where you guys are thinking, and, from a standpoint, from all the information that is circulating around there, how you guys feel about it as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even if she was left or dropped off or left to fend for herself, she has no food, no water, no cell phone. The conditions of the area are, if it's a mountainous area, it's probably desert-like too, right? They got into a fight, and some people at the store called the cops, and body cam footage was out. Yeah, I saw the body cam footage. The right to remain silent is guaranteed by the Section 7 of the Canadian Charter of Rights. So we can yeah, but you can get a lawyer and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. She's already skinny. Yeah, she's very skinny. She's a very skinny girl. They were already eating differently with their means because they were trying to do it on a budget of their travel. Who's to say, they were also staying at that hotel. So it's like, how long were they at that hotel for? Did anyone hear them fighting? I'm sorry I'm not active in chat, but I'm leaving the stream running. Okay, thanks, Herman. My day's been really busy. That's okay, Justin. They were both very thin. Yeah, they were already like trying to ration what they had for food for the things they did have. They were probably on some sort of budget. They both quit their jobs to do this cross country travel. As you could see, she was making like yogurt and cereal and all sorts of things in their camper. They were probably trying to make it as affordable. Well, they had probably very little money. That's what they were fighting about, was money. Hi, Justin and Herman, says Stephanie. It's pretty much the same in Canada, just not called the fifth. But do they do it the same way? Like, is our law similar in that aspect? Like, I'm more aware of the U.S. I do watch a lot of the U.S. crime shows and things like that on TV. But I'm not familiar with our Canadian laws. Obviously, I've never been in that situation. And we have a lot less stuff publicized like the U.S. does. So I'm not sure if, clearly I've never been arrested for anything to worry about. So it's not like I'm, coming from experience, but they probably both were on drugs or psychedelics. You think so? You think drugs? Hey, yes, that's crazy. Navin Johnson, that's cool. Thanks for the info too, because obviously, like I said, I'm not really familiar with our Canadian law. I know that we don't have the amendments, but I had a feeling we had something similar to, obviously you have to have the Miranda rights read to you or what have you, but the fifth prevents you from saying something to incriminate yourself. It's not a matter of remaining silent. I don't think drugs either. And the only reason I'm saying that, I mean, we weren't there. We weren't with them. Who's to say? But they just, I don't know. They don't strike me as that. But that, I mean, who's to say they don't smoke a little pot here and there? But look at his Instagram. Oh, okay, I didn't see all of his. I honestly steered more to her Instagram and not his, so I didn't see that. Yeah, and they had very little money. His Instagram posts were very earthy, like talking about like the melanin stuff in the earth and all this, like, I don't know, very, very free-spirited kind of thing. So it's possible. Very strange drawings with strange captions. Aw, thanks, Stacy. I'm glad you guys are all having a great day. And Herman, thank you for welcoming to Tier 3. So now I have 3 people that hit my join button. Thank you guys for that. I've got Hazel's Reptiles, Stephanie, and now Herman have hit that join button. So thank you guys for hitting the join button. We are like, I think we're coming up to like 8 years here on YouTube. So how about the stock market? Oh my gosh, Ryan. Mr. Doughboy, hello. Yes, it's nice to see you guys. Welcome. Yeah, this was just an open discussion, not a criticizing situation. I don't need to be made fun of for not knowing my Canadian law or not knowing American law. So I appreciate all feedback except negativity if possible towards myself. She said she has OCD, but OCD doesn't make you beat up people. That's something that I was going to mention as well, Rebby. I'm glad you said that. The fact that she went on to talk about having really bad OCD, but why did you scratch your boyfriend that you love so dearly that you're on travel with? Like, me personally, I'm not saying it gives him the right to have her disappear, but what I'm saying is like, if they were having problems, for her to physically attack him and leave scratch marks, I'm just like, whoa, this is a whole different, like, relationship. Is this a couple that should be traveling cross country with no jobs, with very little money, arguing and hurting each other? Like, this screams, like, help. So I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh, if they had that physical altercation, I'm so glad that somebody witnessed that. Because if that incident never happened, we wouldn't have a better understanding as to what happened leading up to this. So if it wasn't for that grocery store altercation, we wouldn't think anything of it. We would be like, okay, this isn't making sense. Happy-go-lucky relationship, traveling, blah, blah, blah. Nothing would show any signs leading up to this now that anything would be wrong. But now having that fight documented and having her crying and having the incident reported, having police pull them over and talk to them, and having a witness see that fight just gives us a little bit more into what their lives could have been like. So were they fighting on a regular? Were they trying to escape their lives to maybe reconcile their love for each other and get back on track? Or, like, what would make them want to do this in the midst of maybe a relationship that was kind of rocky? Like, why would you want to do that to yourselves? You're in this tight space together, so it's kind of scary. It's kind of, I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Stacy, for subscribing to tier 2. All of you too, Herman. Let's see. I have a fuck ton of money in AMC. Oh my god. Hey, Our Life in Colors, how's it going? I'm here leaving it playing. Okay, thank you. How about that SpaceX mission? Oh my god, Brian, you're hilarious. And then the girl at the store gets killed the next day? Wait, what girl at the store? They said the motel and the cops took him with beside the store. Okay, wait. They said the motel the cops took him to with beside the store. But wait, who died? Oh no, he was the victim in that video. Police already came to that conclusion. She attacked him that day. Yes, it's an interesting story. I didn't read about a girl killed. I didn't either. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, yes, that was clear. It was her fault that he was speeding. It was her fault that he had that thing. I want to see his side. Right. So since he can't, so he has pled the fifth or whatever. 2 women, a married couple were shot. They worked at the store. Oh, the one that they were at? Or is this a totally different story? Sweet and sassy. How's your night going? Guys, thank you for hitting that join button. I truly appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'm going to keep doing stuff over here. I don't know what's going on with DLive right now. The vibe is just not feeling me. And, I don't know. I was really upset today to go live for almost 15 minutes and not have anybody come in there because the notifications aren't working. So I don't know, it just defeats you. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe in coincidences. I'm just spreading some love. Thanks, Stacy. Y'all want to get rich? Brian, I will take some of that dough that you have into all these places. Just subscribe, join, hit that join button, send me all your money. Yes, the same store Gabby was seen in a spat with Brian. Oh my gosh. So how many days after they were at that store fighting were those 2 women shot in the store? I did not see that at all. Invest in the stock market, not financial advice. Don't get me started on DLive. Yes, we all want to be rich. Yes, sugar daddies do apply. We all could use a sugar daddy or two. Yeah, DLive has been my home for almost 2 years coming up in December. It's been a place that's helped me financially. I've met some great friends. I've gotten to know more people on a personal level. Oh my God, the next day, Navin Johnson and Tina, I have not heard that. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're talking about that. So do you guys think that you don't believe in coincidence, but how crazy is it that the 2 women were killed? Did they say anything more about that story? You know I love DLive, Tina. I'll help you out with certain stocks. No, Brian, just donations. Just kidding. I'm not a stock market girl. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I do have Court TV on my TV already. So I did see that Court TV has been posting on their actual social media and that they've been talking about this story as well. And I'm so glad to see it circulating the globe. If you type it on YouTube right now, there are so many news outlets and so many people talking about this story. It is absolutely amazing that they're spreading this around. It's the common topic right now. That's exactly what it needs to be in order to get to the bottom of this. Obviously without Brian's help. because Brian is not going to give any insight as to what's going on or what happened. So, you know, even if people start, I guess the family is going to that area to maybe start looking for her. So I'm reading it, and it said that the lesbian couple was found August 18th. Oh, wow. There's an app that's free. Oh, okay. I watch it free on my TV. We have an Android box, and it's one of the channel options for free. No, I won't give any free money, but I have made nearly 100K in the stock market. Well, I hope you find a wife and make her rich. Okay, so went missing on the 13th. Such a joy, very appreciated. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Yeah, we went tonight for a little bit. I had to work both jobs. I honked at you, but you were talking to some people in the front of the building. So I honked at you when we got home the first time. When we got back from school, the school pickup in my first job. And then we came home, I ate a little bit. I took like an hour nap, and then I went to my second job. So I did both jobs today. All on the account of, I actually feel surprisingly well for the most part. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to feel like crap. So I figure go live tonight. So I'm not just talking about this story for clout. I'm not looking to, you know, this is just me chatting with you guys and what you guys think happened. I literally just learned about this story earlier today. So it's already been going on for a while now. I was oblivious to the whole situation. And can you Google the names Crystal Turner and Kylan Schulte? Okay, let me look it up. I have my other phone here. So Crystal Turner and Kylan Schulte. So family says 2 women found dead in Grand County Outback. Okay, so reload. Why won't it let me? Okay, here we go. The family says 2 women found dead in Grand County Outback were newlywed Moab couple. Family and friends of 2 women found dead Outback say they were well-loved newlywed Moab couple. The 2 women, identified by the family members as Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner, were found dead in the South Mesa area of the La Salle Loop Road in Grand County. A news release from the Grand County Sheriff's Office on Facebook on August 18th said that was notified of 2 deceased females located in the South Mesa area in the La Salle Loop Road in Grand County. The cause of death is still under investigation. Oh, there was a creepy guy around the camp and told their friends if they go missing, they were murdered. Oh my God, that's creepy. They do anything. Who does anything for clout? Do anything. Oh, you mean do anything for clout. Did I hear a Mel come in? Hey, Mel. Yeah, it's okay. You were talking to 2 people that had a red vehicle out front. I took a 2-hour nap now and woke up. Oh, cool. Melly Poo. I have to go in a few minutes, so I have to get ready for bed. Justin, thank you for stopping in. Hey, Melly Poo. Yeah, so it says that the investigation is underway. Identified the release. Okay, so when some individuals expressed concern on the GCSO Facebook post that there could be an ongoing threat to the public, officials wrote, at this time there is not believed to be a threat to the public in this area. Family said on social media that Schulte and Turner left to go camping August 14th and were last seen at Woody's Tavern at 221 South Main in Moab. Moab, is that how you say it, I guess? Sleep well, Justin. Let's see. Who isn't creepy? I'm going to head out so I can study. Okay, Grace, thank you for popping in. Okay, so Kylan are missing. They must be in the silver Kia van because the black van and Harley are here at McDonald's. Please help look for my girls or their Kia. Haven't been able to work, haven't called, not in hospital, not in Moab jail. The family members then posted an update Wednesday saying that Kylan and Crystal told close friends that there was a weirdo camping near them that was freaking them out, and they should move campsites. Now they've been missing for 4 days and nights. Study that stock market, Grace. Oh my God. After the bodies were found, a friend posted on Facebook, Moab unexpectedly lost 2 of its bright members this week. Newlyweds, and such a tragedy has greatly shaken their community. Their families are now faced with all of us, the sudden funeral expenses, and they process their fresh grief. Help take the stress off the family. So they created a GoFundMe for them. Um, that's crazy. So it's obviously under investigation. It's obviously suspicious. Jesus. That's crazy. So unsealed search warrant reveals new information in the Moab couple's murder. My hands hurt from scraping that mortar. Sassy. They were shot? Okay, that's good to know. They were shot though, like what the hell? Couple reveals more details about the crime scene. Blah, 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 blah. The both bodies of the both victims were found partially clothed in a creek near the campsite. They found multiple gunshot wounds on each body. That's scary. The women's blue Kia Sorento, a camp tent makeshift rabbit shelter, were found at what appeared to be a long-term campsite. Investigators were informed that Kylan had mentioned to her friends if something happened to them that they were murdered. The warrant says Kylan had continued by saying that there was a creepy man around their camp and that they'd been intimidated by him. Let's see. That's so sad. And they were staying there for a long period of time. They didn't check the van for drugs or weapons. So this will be my last comment. She is more than likely not alive, whether she was offed or not. Body probably won't be found due to such rural area. I've been in these states before. Aw, they were shot. Good to know. No, I mean, like, I didn't hear that info. Like, that's good to know because, like, sometimes they don't give you those details. So, that's too bad. So they were partially clothed, found in the creek, and they were shot multiple times in their bodies. How sad. So to say that they could be murdered by this weird creepo. Wow. And then they were murdered. Like, go figure. So that's crazy. Phantom of many topics. The lesbians were not killed by Brian or Gabby. No. It's just coincidental, like the story around the same area. They obviously, it's not related, but they did investigate the van. They investigated the van. That's so crazy, though. The warrant also noted that the women had a second vehicle that had been left in the parking lot of a McDonald's at the intersection of Cane Creek Boulevard. One of the women reportedly worked at that McDonald's, according to the Facebook group. So they worked at that McDonald's. I remember when me and my sister was... Okay, when me and my sister was hit, my wife sat on her back and pulled hair for almost 2 hours. Somehow she managed to call 911 and police came and arrested her? Wait, what? I remember when me and my sister was hit my wife. What? Sat on her back and pulled her hair for almost 2 hours in 2009. Somehow she managed to call 911 and police came and arrested her? Wait, I'm so confused by that. Makes me glad we live in a city and a neighborhood. Yes. However, if Gabby and Brian had a fallout and she fell victim to foul play, there's morally no reason Brian should help find her. Yeah, like, I'm curious to, like, what happened. Obviously, they got in a fight. Like, obviously. They got in a fight the first time over money and everything else. And, she was trying to get her vlog started. And believe it or not, there's one video up. That's it. So that was, I think, 4 weeks prior to that time frame. I wish she would have uploaded more. So, like, where's all the footage for that? Where's all the devices? Was anything recorded privately? Did she make notes on her phone? Was anything else? You know what I mean? I mean, you should help find her, right? I just think it's immoral. Like, it's just wrong at the fact that you were planning to marry this person, have a life with this person. You should be protective of this person and help find her. If you had nothing to do with it. If she just stormed off, you guys had an argument, explain that. There's no harm in saying, we fought, she left, I took off, but why would you leave? It just doesn't make any sense. If I was fighting with my boyfriend, if I had a boyfriend, but in the past, in fights I've had with boyfriends, never once did they leave me to the point that I was left alone. So, Boyfriend locked her out of the car, did not let her get in the car. He also said, I told you go that way. Maybe he left her and drove away. It was mommy and daddy. Okay. Phone was probably broken and smashed to pieces. Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe she was planning to call somebody. Maybe he didn't want her to call anyone. It's hard to say, right? To be a fly on that camper. It's just such a sad story. And I mean, you know, people die every day. People go missing every day. This is just another publicized story. There are so many stories that never make it to the news. And may everyone rest in peace that, never makes it to the news. There's so many people that go missing. There's so many people that are victim to sex trafficking and human trafficking. Kids get kidnapped. People go missing. So I'm not trying to shy away from, everyday life. Somewhere, there's always somebody going missing, or someone dying, or someone being kidnapped, or someone being murdered every day, everywhere. So unfortunately, this is just a story that happened to be publicized. So boyfriend locked her out of the car. Okay, I read that one already. 6 months from now, we will see him on trial. Mark my words. Absolutely. The system is not the benefit of women. Brian knows where he last saw her. He should be able to answer that simple question. Nothing else should show that he is human. It has all the fancies. Love mystery murder. Yes. I do love murder mysteries. I do love missing stories. I do love crime shows. I'm fully invested in things like that. I always believed that in my past life I was like an FBI informant or something. I don't know. I physically don't have the health or anything to be a police officer, but I would have always loved to, be a part of something with crime for sure. Whether it was help in the search or help do something in relations to that. It's something that's my passion. I absolutely love watching these kind of stories unfold and find out all the details and try to, work your way to figure out what's really going on. That's why TV jumping on it. Yeah. I absolutely love crime stories, and I've been watching major crimes. I love all sorts of, 48 Hours, a lot of the mysteries where people go missing and where they end up or where they're found, or and a lot of times there's a lot of things that never get solved, unfortunately. It's really unfortunate, but this story is definitely an insane one. I mean, everything points to the fiance. Everything. They know what happened but won't say nothing. Yeah, so it's just a matter of, will he eventually speak? Will he actually come to terms with, what's happened? Because it's obviously eating away at him. It has to be. We have guilty conscience, we know when we've done something wrong. It's not something you can just forget. If you've murdered somebody, there's no way you're just going to carry on your life and move on like nothing happened. It's going to eat away at him, and it's going to come back to haunt him, and he's going to be having nightmares, guaranteed. Like, this isn't something that, unless he's a psychopath, I mean, who knows? But I really wish they would either A, find her body, or B, find her somewhere. Maybe she's somewhere. I just don't see that happening, but, we can all pray that that happens. Do you know about the family in South Carolina? Yeah, I saw her YouTube channel, JMac. I watched the one video she has, and the music is very, disturbing. And the music just makes it all more gut-wrenching. Do you know what I mean? I saw the Instagrams and the YouTube channel. Chris Watts blabbed too much, so now we have a situation like Brian who won't say a single word to help find her. Yeah. I know, and that's the thing that really sucks. Sometimes the system isn't working to get to the bottom of these things. She's a YouTuber who quit her job to vlog. Yeah, they only got the one video up, though, unfortunately. I mean, who's to say they weren't in the process of adding more videos, but clearly she went missing, so now that's not going to happen. So they both worked at the same grocery store, and they quit their jobs to travel. Obviously, they didn't have a lot of money. How do you have a lot of money as a young 22-year-old, planning your wedding with your fiance? I don't know when he proposed, per se, but they've been together over a year. So let's say he proposed not long ago. And then to do all this travel, like, where were they going to get their money from? You know, did they assume the blog channel was going to make the money? She had money? Is that what you're saying? Where is that said? Like, I haven't seen anything about him having money or she having money. Like, obviously I haven't seen anything like that myself. So I did not see any of that information when I was kind of researching, but maybe I didn't see an article about it. As far as I know, her family, like, she's got her mom and her stepdad and her father. We have not seen or heard from his family. He could not pay for his room in the hotel. Oh, he couldn't? Oh, that is good. That's good information to know. I think she assaulted him again and he flipped. Honestly, I think so too. I think they have had a heated relationship. It sounds like she's got a little bit of maybe some mental health issues. Not saying that that's an excuse to abuse someone, because it's definitely not. But it sounds like something has happened. Clearly another fight. The first one turned physical. Maybe the second one got even more escalated. They said he was using her credit cards while she was missing. Wow. Yeah, because clearly he had to get all the way back with her credit card to get gas. So they're going to be able to pinpoint the days that he used her credit card since she's been missing. So let's use a dead girl's credit card. That's just great. Make yourself look more guilty. She did not have issues. She was a web designer. Ooh, I didn't even know that. Jay, you're giving us more insight on this. So she had the money. She was a web designer, but she was working at a grocery store. So again, I did not see that at all. To sharing Zangmo. One of the murdered girls worked at the same grocery store. Yeah, we were reading that as well. So the two girls that were killed on the campsite were at that grocery station or grocery store. Right, yeah, right? As if he would say, I'm good, just take my van and go home. Right? He already had marks on his face and hands, and she admitted to kind of slap scratching. Yeah. Brian has rich parents. He does? Where do you guys see this info? This is all information that I did not know, so I'm kind of glad to hear this stuff. So wherever you guys are seeing this info, that's cool. I did not see this in my findings. Obviously, like I said, I'm just, I'm in Canada, so our Canadian, the way the stories circulate to Canada are usually on Facebook, the way that I saw it, or Google News. No, see the August 12th, which they've been answering the what's ACAB? Look at their house in Florida. Yeah, but Florida homes are beautiful. She was a nutritionist, she said. She was not a web designer by profession. She was working on her own website. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw her talking about, yeah, she left her job to travel and vlog. That's crazy, yeah. It's so sad, too, because she's so young and so, like, vibrant. She seems like such a, but obviously to us, it's going to seem one way, and she obviously has a secret lifestyle, too, like, to have these fights with him. Who knows what was going on behind the scenes. Anybody can look like they live a perfect life on a vlog or on Instagram videos or, social media posts. Everybody can look like they live a fabulous life. Do you know what I mean? I thought he looked like Chris Watts. Oh my gosh. Is she hiding to promote her YouTube? I doubt it. If anybody, knows how YouTube can be, we know how it is. I didn't like the way the cop kept on saying that his wife was the same way. Ooh, that's creepy. Ooh. Good Lord. So, yeah, it's just crazy how this story is. And, we all hope for a good outcome, but unfortunately, I just don't feel like that's going to happen here. And it's really, really unfortunate. That's funny. I didn't like the way, yeah, reminds me of Pamela Smart or Elizabeth Smart. Wonder how the cops from that day feel. Yeah, the ones that have the body cam footage of their fight, they're probably kicking themselves now. I mean, if I was in their shoes, I would probably feel like, well, we were doing what we had to that day. Never thought in their minds, I bet you, that this would turn worse. I mean, they probably see it all the time. Maybe they thought differently. I don't know, but maybe they got their own vibe from the situation. I don't know. It's just another couple having a spat kind of thing. You know, they talked to each other to, and I mean, they did what everybody would say: separate, for the night, reconvene tomorrow. I remember having an argument with one of my boyfriends, and the neighbors called the cops, and they said the same thing: separate yourselves. Like you don't want this to escalate. So cops relate to make you comfortable to talk. Are we seriously going to bash all cops here? So many are working hard. Yeah, let's not bash cops. Let's not do that. I wasn't reading those comments. When my wife called 911 for help, they came and arrested her because me and my sister were hitting her. I agree. They said that any one of us would say, yeah, hey, Lindsay, welcome in, everybody. Welcome into everybody. We're just having a discussion about it, see what you guys think and feel. And I'm actually learning new information from you guys, too, from what I didn't know. I agreed. They said what any one of us would say. Funny thing, she was shocked and worried about my health. Yeah, I have friends who are police officers here in Canada, and I have my own feelings and opinions, but they work really hard and they do everything that they should. And I would never bash anyone, involved in those kind of jobs. They see a lot of crazy things every day. And yeah, I would hope that you guys would not speak hate on those kind of topics, but you guys are entitled to your own feelings and opinions as well, in a positive manner, not negative. Probably Gabby was in shock as well. That's why she acted like that. Well, she was probably, they were probably both shocked that somebody called the police. They were probably caught up in their own fight. They didn't realize where they were and that people could be paying attention. Obviously, somebody was very concerned for maybe the argument was getting loud. Maybe it was becoming more heated. Do you know what I mean? If I can say, Gabby's not saying this to promote a channel. In the past 2 weeks, we all know what's going on. Yeah, it's really sad, Lindsay. I wish we had I hope we would have a better outcome from this, but it does not seem like that's going to go this way. She's already been missing for a while now, and there's been no information, no sightings of her, no report of a body, nothing yet. So the only person who knows ultimately where she was last seen is Brian. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you again to those that hit my join button. If any of you guys are interested in hitting that join button, feel free. I appreciate it. There's so many different levels on there. I've been on YouTube now 8 years and still going. I'm glad we have the option for join. You can also always donate to Patreon, PayPal if you feel like donating. Do not feel obligated. I do appreciate anyone that has donated to the channel. I truly do. Always helps me and my family out. Yeah, so I have been streaming a little bit on DLive, and there are a couple of people that do like to report stuff like this on DLive, so that's why I thought I would do a discussion here. So, Samsonite, this is a situation relative to, oh yes, Natalie Hallowell's situation was so gut-wrenching. That whole situation, the Vandersloot situation is just, I still cannot get away from that one. That one was so hard for me to digest as well. Going to travel to another country like Cuba or wherever and always living in fear that you may or may not return. Will you continue to cover this case? I'll join. I may keep talking about this. Is one that actually caught my eye that really was really emotional for me. I was really sad to hear this whole situation. I've been following along on some other cases too, but I've been watching a lot of true crime, a lot of major crimes. I've been keeping up with lots of stuff, but I thought, why not talk about it as an open discussion? Because, this is stuff that's going on in the world, and everyone has feelings and opinions, and why not? Why not turn it into a discussion to talk about live? I wasn't doing anything. I got home from a long work day, and so sorry for not being on lives. Oh, that's okay, Lisa. I still follow you on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. The Natalie Hallowell case was such a wild roller coaster. Yeah, at least the person of interest was not afraid to talk. I feel like in some way he wanted to have attention on him, if you know what I mean. Um, Brian has no previous criminal record. I wonder what ex-girlfriends would say. I wonder if he has any previous relationships and how they would describe him as a person. Whether or not he was abusive, controlling, manipulative, anything like that. Um, Joran Vandersloot still ended up. Yeah, he is still in prison now, right? And they never found her body, I don't believe, right? I can't remember if they found her body. I'm having a brain fart. Did they ever find Natalie Hallowell? I don't think so. Yeah, they still have never found her. So they still have her case residing under seeking information. So rather than missing wherever the circumstances, the Calpo brothers have always maintained that Natalie was alive the last time they saw her. Yeah, that story was a hard one. I watched that on Dr. Phil. I saw it circulating the internet everywhere. Sometimes, yeah. I've done panels before. My room is a mess, so that's why I didn't go and do it on my webcam tonight. I thought about doing it on my phone. See my channel to see, as I am a scientist, how handled my wife and police helped me as well. Blah, 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 blah. What's up with this Brian guy, right? He went to prison for killing another victim. Yeah, it's so crazy. I haven't done a panel on YouTube since like my birthday, I believe. So like last year. So we could always do a panel and be up for discussion for sure. But I always don't want to make anyone feel obligated to have to jump on a panel. So he's in a Peru prison. I think he went to the ocean in Dad's boat. Yeah. Honestly, they were the last ones to see her. They also know what happened to her. There's many speculations on what happened. There were witnesses that did see her. That situation was so crazy as well, and it was so hard to like hear. And the poor family, like traveling back and forth, trying to get answers, trying to help the search in their daughter. It was insane. The money that they spent going back and forth. So, can you also follow Brittany Gosney from Ohio? These two cases are huge to me. Okay, poor Gabby, he left her behind and drove her. Okay, let me see. Brittany Gosney from Ohio. I'm not far from Ohio. I'm only 5 hours away. So, Brittany Gosney in Ohio. Okay, so Middletown mother sentenced to 21 years to life in prison. So she pleaded to one count. Okay, so Ohio mother gets the life sentence for killing 6-year-old son. Oh my God, 3 days ago. Oh my gosh. So it says here, Middletown, Ohio, the mother of a 6-year-old boy who died when she tried to abandon him and his 2 older siblings at a park, was sentenced to Monday to life in prison. Brittany Gosney, 29, of Middletown, must serve 21 years before she will become eligible for parole and will have to register as a violent offender. She had pleaded guilty last month to the murder on 2 counts of felony child endangerment in February. 26th death of her 6-year-old son, James Hutchison. Gosney was facing 16 counts overall and initially pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but she was found competent to stand trial in April following a court-ordered mental evaluation. The remaining 13 counts were dismissed as part of her plea deal. Gosney's 43-year-old boyfriend, James Hamilton, was also charged in the case and pled guilty. Good God. Jeez, Murph. These people, like, why have children if you want to abandon them? Like, why? Poor Brittany Gosney is my hometown. Oh, wow. We know what happened. The same thing happened to her that happened to the girl that was convicted on. I'm no longer on Instagram anymore. Don't use it, but on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, Lisa, that's good to know. Let me go back and click on another story. So, before dumping his body, oh my lord. 6 by dragging him from her car while trying to abandon him. She looks creepy. Jesus. These people, I tell you. Why didn't she kill the other kids? Why did she only kill that one? Like, I don't understand. She was trying to get rid of her children. Whoa, don't want that. No, I don't want to click on that. So she drove the children to Rush Run Park, ordered them to get out of the minivan, and then drove away. Authorities said she had hog-tied and gagged all 3 children for several hours before bringing them to the park. Oh my God. The plea agreement was struck to spare the 2 other children from having to testify as witnesses. As she drove away from the children, James grabbed onto the door handle and was dragged for a distance at a high rate of speed. Officials later determined James died after striking his head while being dragged. Oh my God. Jesus, Murph. That is just insane. That is just gross. I cannot believe people like that just, ugh. That is terrible. And she laughed in court? That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. I was following the Chandra Levy until 9/11 overshadowed the incident. Gary Conduit walked away. Oh yeah, you have TikTok. I have you on TikTok. She was trying to abandon them all. That is, and the fact that he hung on and was dragged, and that's how he died. I think Conduit was cheating, I believe. So I know, right, Thomas? Jesus, Murph. That is an insane story. I did not hear about that one either. Again, I'm in Canada. I get like certain snippets of certain, news and things. I may not have seen that one in the passing. But oh my God. How disgusting. I don't even want to show her photo or picture. She's just disgusting. I cannot believe that. At least she got 21 years, though. I mean, the fact that she can apply for parole after 21 years is beyond me. I mean, what are you going to say? You want to get out on good behavior? Like, that is just disgusting. I see her standing here in court. She has no remorse whatsoever. None. Just absolutely disgusting. I'm sure he loved his mother. I'm sure he did. That's the sad part. He wanted to still... Oh.
The record in the state of Ohio versus Whitney County.
Wow, she's like laughing as she's talking to her lawyer. She looks so young, too. Hopefully not. That is just disgusting. People like that should not even be allowed to have children. 3 kids. Like, obviously she's got this boyfriend, and he's more interesting to her than her own children. She's young. She wants to, spend... Ew, is that her boyfriend? Ew. Gross. A memorial fund. Who dis? Oh, it's creepy. Creepy. Wow. It's just so gross. So gross. And add meth. Oh, God. Yeah, it doesn't seem like... She looks really young and has no idea what she's doing in her life. That's for sure. Yeah, there has been a lot of, I think, an increased rate of crime in Ontario for sure. Since COVID happened. Absolutely, Lisa. I totally agree with that. I believe Skylar Niece was the girl dumped in a mine shaft by her friends. They wouldn't tell anyone. Oh, I think I remember that story, Samsonite. I believe Sandra Levy's killer was Ingmar, a 20-year-old from El Salvador. Sandra Levy. Let me see if I remember that story. Or Levy. Sandra Elizabeth Levy is a former field hockey player who represented Canada at the 1980 Summer Olympics in Seoul, Korea. Is that the one? Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Oh, is it? Oh, it's Chandra Levy. Chandra. Sorry, wrong name. I spelled it wrong. The record in that ended Chandy's Levy's murder case. Ingmar Guandique is escorted from the Violent Crimes Unit in Washington by detectives in 2009. Prosecutors dismissed murder charges against him in the death of Chandra Levy in late July, saying they were no longer able to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Let's see. Chandra. There we go. She was an intern at the Federal Bureau of Prison in Washington who disappeared in May 2001. She was presumed murdered after her skeletal remains were found in Rock Creek Park in May of 2002. The case attracted attention from American news media for several years. Let's see. Hey, Zach Sanford, how are you? Nice to see you. That's okay. So many I know, right? There's just so many people. Like I said, not every day someone's name gets brought up into the media like this. So I'm not trying to dismiss anyone that passes away or falls victim to, any crime of kidnapping, sex trafficking, rape, murder, homicide, natural causes, anything like that. This is not to specifically just focus on this and not focus on everybody everywhere. I specifically was reading about this and thought, hey, let's go live and talk about it. It was eating away at me, and I had just seen all the info about it. And yes, not everyone's murder or information or anything is brought to media attention. This story and some of these stories are big to be brought to the media, and I wish more could be. It's unfortunate that, there's so many cases that we don't hear about, and it's unfortunate. But condolences to anyone out there or anybody who's been in a situation or something that was not brought to media attention. I'm not here to clout chase or anything like that. I'm just here to talk about this story kind of thing, and just kind of have a discussion about this and some other cases if you guys want to talk about other cases. I'm in Canada, so I don't always hear about every American story that happens. Again, I'm loving this discussion. Crime is something that is a passion of mine. I absolutely love hearing stories about it, and sometimes there's good outcomes, sometimes there's bad outcomes, sometimes missing people are found, sometimes they are not. It's very unfortunate. So this Shanda Ann Levy was an intern who went missing. Cleveland, Ohio is where she was born. Died Washington, D.C. I think looking at the photos of her, I think I remember some of this. Obviously, this was back in 2002. And 15 years later, they're still talking about it, which is good. I mean, that's always good. Former Rep. Gary Condit breaks silence after 15 years. So ex-Congressman Gary Condit denies affair with Chandra Levy. Condit flat denies having an affair. Let's see. A former California congressman has spoken publicly for the first time in 15 years about the disappearance and death of Washington intern Chandra Levy, denying any involvement, insisting he never had an affair with the 24-year-old. Of course he didn't. He doesn't want his wife to find out. So Condit was on Dr. Phil. When was this, actually? Oh, in 2001, he did an interview with him. Wow. Dr. Phil interview believes there is much more to the story than what Condit is saying. Wow. I mean, he was in Congress. They're going to hide stuff. I mean, that's just how it is. He probably did have an affair with her. He probably did know some things. I'm sure things were covered up. He was in Washington. I mean, it's just natural. I'd love to hear you do a podcast. Oh, thanks, Linz. I've thought about it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to go about the whole podcast thing. I just hope that more comes to light about this story in the coming days. Coming weeks. I hope the family gets some, answers in the story of Gabby that we've been talking about. The world is so doomed, you can't even imagine, right? There's always something going on in the world, and that's the thing. The world we live in is such a toxic, tragic place, and it's unfortunate. So if we can be some sort of positivity in some way to the world that we live in now, given all the negativity and all the crap that goes on, that's why I try to live my life as positively as I can. Life sucks, really, and being in a world full of murderers and pedophiles and sick people and human traffickers, drug addicts and drug dealers and crime and everything. Like it's a scary place to live in, to be honest. You're not safe anywhere, and you gotta still try to find the light in the world and still try to keep on going and not ignore all these things, but still keep in mind that the world is a scary place. Do you have a PO in Canada? You just need a mic. Do you have a PO in Canada? You just need a mic and a laptop these days. You have a good voice for telling crime stories. Oh, thanks. I did study radio and television when I was younger. Radio was a passion. Television was a passion. I worked in a television studio. But yeah, I do like talking. So, where did the chat disappear to? Facebook is messing up or something. Toxic, no. Has anyone asked David Paulides yet? Zero Zone. Hey, Bill. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to see some new faces in here. I figured putting this as the topic and the title would probably bring in a lot of new people. This is a topic that a lot of people want to talk about. So I'm glad that I was able to go live and kind of have a discussion with you guys and learn some new information as well. Obviously, I'm not fully invested to know all the details. So to hear information from you guys, it was really cool. I've just been learning about it and reading some of the details and watching the news footage and seeing the YouTube video and the Instagram posts and just hearing all the things and information that they had. It was just like, oh my gosh. From Missing 411. Let me look up the name Zero Zone. I'm in Canada too, so if it's a US story, I maybe don't know of it. Let me see. David. Oh, here we go. David Paulides is a former police officer who is now an investigator and writer known primarily for his self-publishing books, one dedicated to proving the reality of Bigfoot in his Missing 411 series of books. Oh, cool. I mean, J-Mac should know a little bit about that. He documents the disappearance of people in national parks and elsewhere. Oh, wow. Cool. I've never heard of him before. I'm very dumbstruck with that rich family from South Carolina. Ooh, which one? For people who need good vibes. Oh, Lisa, thank you guys. And that's the thing. This is a very positive channel. I don't have drama or anything negative. So, for the one guy that was giving comments that were kind of negative, I mean, it's expected. It's YouTube. But, I don't appreciate hate, negative comments or anything. I'm not an idiot by any means, but I'm also, always learning new information too about everything in the world. And I'm also almost 40, so we start to lose brain capacity at a certain time. So whether I knew something about our law and then maybe forgot, that's possible. I do have brain fog from some of my autoimmune and things like that. So we can't always keep information packed in here. We have only so much space. You know what I mean? So give the movie Missing 411 a watch. Creepy stuff. Ooh, I love that kind of stuff. Oh, I see it here. 411 Canada. Missing 411 Canada, unexplained disappearance. Oh, is he Canadian? cool. I'll have to watch that. Western United States and Canada. Okay. 411 Canada Red Pill News. A detailed discussion about latest book, Missing 411 Canada. Cool. I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to check it out. Thanks for the info. That's cool. Very cool. I like stuff like that. Crime and mystery and cold cases and all that kind of stuff interests me. Oh my god, I'm 41. Lisa, you're 41? Oh my gosh, you got some age on me. I got a couple years left till I'm 40, but I'm a little, like a year and a half, but who's counting? I'm telling you, men are controlling everything. I'm just a lady from Canada, you know, who loves to talk on YouTube, and I thought, what a change up for discussion on my channel. I thought, why not? I do have a variety channel, so we talk about all sorts of things. I have an autoimmune disease called ankylosing spondylitis. I stream on other platforms. I do, we talk about all sorts of stuff from disabilities to, you know, medications to, obviously nothing COVID because that's not allowed. Hit one if you love Ash. Hey, thanks, Herman. The other stuff, I used to do beauty stuff. I used to do Amazon reviews. I used to do all sorts of stuff like that on here. But yeah, I'm always looking to switch things up and try something new and talk about different things. And yeah, I love crime. So this is definitely something that caught my attention tonight. I was actually watching an auction for crystals and stones, which has become like my new favorite hobby. And I got some of my crystals in the mail today from Red Deer, Alberta. And in the process of watching the auction on one screen monitor, I have two monitors. The second monitor, I was browsing through and saw this footage about this whole Gabby Petito story, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And a friend of mine had also shared info about it, and I'm thinking, wow, this is something I want to know about. So I pulled it all up. I had different, you know, articles on both screens. I was going back and forth, and, you know, just everything started popping up all at once. So, ooh, when does it come in, Herman? I'm so excited that you ordered, and I'm so thankful for you. I do sell Norwex products as well. Norwex is a Norwegian company with cleaning supplies, Tupperware, all non-toxic, low-end natural products that are non-chemical based. And so amazing. And I've been, you know, using these products for many, many years. And they had a deal where I could join as a consultant for 20 bucks instead of $300, which was outrageous. So I joined in May and I became a consultant, and I sell Norwex products, and I sell it all over. And if any of my friends in the US want to buy them, I can order them and then we can ship them to you. So I primarily work with the Canadians because they separate the US side to the Canadian side of the company, because you can be one or the other. They haven't intertwined them yet, which we hope they do in the future. But let's say if Herman wanted to be on my team and become a rep, I could still get credit even though he's in the US. However, I can't ship anything from the company to somebody in the US, but it's still really cool. So I love the products, and I'm so glad that Herman got some stuff. Yeah. His wife, okay, wait, let's see. On Wednesday, Alex Murdaugh, the family went back 100 years. They were all lawyers. Oh my God. His wife and son were killed at their hunting lodge. Oh, gross. Horror movies and thrillers and ghost stuff. Yeah, a lot of my friends are paranormal investigators. I've never gotten into the paranormal stuff. I still don't really know if I believe in that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I always watch. I'm always, you know, helping my friends out and supporting them. I mean, maybe supporting them more than they support me, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I don't necessarily, you know, have experience with those topics, but that doesn't mean I won't support my friends who do love that kind of stuff. So I always, you know, if I was to have an experience, then maybe I would feel differently, but I've never had any experiences with that. But yeah, Thomas, Norwex is the cleaning products company that I work for, so I was just messing with you earlier. Hope you know that. I don't know what that's about. Herman tried to call me earlier, but I was just getting in the door. I worked both jobs today and had to do the school routine and the mom routine and try to like get a walk in, which we did. Got my son to bed early, and now I'm like doing my own thing kind of. So I did do a little stream earlier on D Live. Nobody showed up. So I was like, fuck this. So shut it off, ended that discussion. I think I'm going to stay off D Live for a little while until I figure out what's happening over there. I don't even know. I'm so disappointed in the whole thing. It's just blah. We're not even going to go there. I got to keep positive energy because my negative energy is just going to drag me down. But I've got a whole different outlook lately. And speaking of not knowing if I believe in the paranormal, I've been doing a lot of things with crystals and stones. So again, if to believe in crystals and stones and the way that they can work as well, it's like kind of like being into whether or not you're into paranormal beliefs or not. Norwex sounds like an exotic waxing company where they send sexy Norwegians to your house to wax you. I know, Phantom. I'm so sad about that, though. D-Live doesn't even know what's going on, right? I've had experiences, so that's... There you go. Thomas is a walking proof of that, too. Thomas was somebody who was skeptic as well, like a skeptic, and then had an experience. If I would have had an experience or have one in the future, maybe I will change my feelings and mind on that. It's just I haven't had any experience with that. I've never even been to a psychic. I've never had, my palms read, my tarot cards read, nothing like that. So I'm just not someone that's invested. I don't want to invest my money into it physically, but if I have a friend or family member or somebody who wanted to say read me or something, then sure. But I've never had the money to really go that route. But I have become friends with someone who is a psychic medium, so to speak. So I don't know, we'll see if she reads anything from me and wants to tell me on her own. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. Sometimes they bring psychics into these kind of murder mysteries and stuff like that to hear what they think about the situation. So I wonder if they'll do that for this or not. Too bad I can't gift join buttons. Oh, I know, Herman. I wish you could. I'm still skeptical, but I've had things that I can't explain happen. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Until you actually go through something on your own, that's where a lot of times, your thought process on that situation may perhaps change. So, but yeah, it is. It doesn't mean I won't have an experience. I mean, maybe I will in the future. It's hard to say, but you never know. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what a psychic or somebody or a medium feels about this story. Sometimes they do bring in psychics to give their feelings and opinions on the whole story. So maybe a psychic does have a vibe or a feeling about it. Maybe they'll talk about it. I don't know. Sometimes they do. I thought I heard a loud noise last night, but I just farted. Oh my god, Herman, that is not shocking. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. It's now Friday here in Canada. It is 12:08 midnight, so it's actually Friday now. Did I do my injection? I don't know. Her boyfriend just makes her vanish. Yeah, we don't know. Questionable. Is she alive? Is she dead? That's the question. So lots of mixed feelings, lots of different opinions and feelings. We're all pretty much on the same basis of what we think. That's for sure. It's just too bad. Another beautiful person that, should be alive and well today that is maybe not. So I guess until we see if there's a body or if they have a better explanation as to what happened, that's to come in the future. I guess we'll hear more in the news in the coming weeks, I'm sure. Tomorrow's the press conference, or later today is the press conference. She is from Florida. So, Florida area. And, yeah, I guess we'll hear more in the news. So, I'm going to keep an eye out for the press conference later today. I don't have to work later today, so that's fantastic. I'm hopefully going to get a couple of hours in to watch a few more episodes of my Major Crimes tonight. There's 6 seasons, and I'm on the 5th season, and I absolutely love this show. And we have new shows coming back this week. I like to watch a lot of the Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Law and Order. I saw a preview on Instagram of what Law and Order SVU looks like for the 2-hour premiere. Looks really good. So, I don't know. I hope he doesn't walk free. I hope he's caught. I hope he admits what he's done. That's all we can hope for. I mean, will it happen? Probably not. We know how this works. But you know what, guys? You guys have been awesome for hanging out with me. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about this topic. Maybe we will do some more discussions on cases that are open, missing persons. Maybe we'll do some of this here and there. I do like it, and I didn't want to overshadow anybody on D Live since they already do that kind of discussion. I love that kind of stuff, so I'm glad that I'm able to like talk about some of it tonight. It was eating away at me when I saw this story. I'm like, oh my god, this is so terrible. But yeah, this has been fun. It was nice to see some of the faces that I have not seen in a while. It was nice to just sit down and do a little chat with you guys in a late hour that, you know, people usually go to bed. So if you are awake like me and are a night owl, you know, I think of you. I have insomnia really bad, so my sleep schedule is all over the place. So I thought, why not go live, do a late night stream? And thank you again to those that did hit the join button tonight. I truly appreciate your love and support. Thank you for all the kind thoughts and comments and being interactive in my chat tonight. I truly appreciate it. This was me trying something new, doing a little jab at, you know, doing a little conversation about something happening in the news right now. So this has hit the globe everywhere. So I'm glad that I got to hear about it and partake in a discussion with you guys about it. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, always leave comments down below of maybe some other cases you want me to talk about with you guys. I'm always open to suggestions. This was fun. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. And if you guys ever want me to do anything live with a discussion, just leave comments down below and let me know what you want me to talk about. I always have fun that way. So, yeah, thanks again, guys. Thank you for hanging out, Tina, Thomas. Thank you, guys, Jay, Mac, Rebby, Herman, Lisa, anybody that's still in here. I truly, truly appreciate all you guys. It was fun. Definitely fun. So, you girls are you girls, there's only one way to survive. Jay, you are interesting. Thank you for the conversations tonight. And thank you guys for keeping it all very PG for the most part. But yeah, I will see you guys again. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. If you see anything that seems suspicious, peculiar, you know, report what you see. You never know what you're seeing out there might help someone's life. You never know. But always keep your eyes open. We're always looking for, you know, mysterious things out there to help someone. So I always keep my ears and eyes open. My son and I are very, very helpful people. We helped a lady the other day who was screaming for help. I had an accident. So, you know, we always try to help people wherever we go. And I would hope that, you know, you guys would do the same. Yes, have a great Zach. Thank you for coming in. It was nice to see you. Guys, stay safe out there. This world is a crazy, crazy place. Until next time, I will see you guys. Happy weekend, guys.